Welcome to Married to Movies. Industry insiders John Russell and Tracy Cring live and work happily in cinematrimony. They're sharing behind-the-scenes adventures of writing, producing, and appreciating films.
Good morning, babe.
Good morning, babe.
It's season 5.
Season 5.
Holy cow.
It's crazy. It is amazing. I can't believe. I think you found out some information about how things had been going for the podcast.
Okay, so Spotify for podcasters does this thing where they recap your year.
Nice.
And we are a 2025 rising star.
Ooh.
This year, your show's growth outpaced 86% of other shows.
Wow. Holy cow.
2025 marathon show. Fans listen to you for longer than 60. Fans listen to you for longer than 67% of other shows.
Thank you for listening to us.
It says our biggest show was What's Up with Paris, but
Right.
there was a show that got bigger numbers than that.
Was that What's Up with Paris the place or Paris the dog?
Paris, the place.
Paris,
when
the
we came
place.
back from Europe.
Right, because my brother has a dog named Paris.
We have our total new audience is up 400%.
Yes, thank you.
A 157% increase from last year.
That is right. Now, do you feel the pressure?
And when
now?
you only have 5 people,
Yeah, that's true.
that
yeah,
makes those stats are
when
really
you go from 5 to 7.
wow.
Oh,
Big.
happenings. Here we go. So we want to thank you.
I'm kidding.
We're hoping to move into double digits this year.
I'm kidding.
That would be right. But do you feel the pressure now? Do you feel
No.
like, oh, we've got to, keep up those kind of growth numbers?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, me either. I was told,
Nope.
do not sing songs.
There's a mood that I have to be in to remotely stand that.
But you are
And I'm not in it.
You're an evolving creature. Okay? You're an evolving creature. Look at her t-shirt, folks. It has things on it.
It has stuff on
Has
it.
the Beatles on it.
Okay,
Tracy
but I
has
like
been-
these shirts. 'Cause
What?
I like these shirts because it is dye sublimation
Right.
and it doesn't feel like scratchy and screen printed and
I understand.
weird and plastic like those shirts I got you for Christmas from Shein.
Okay, here's the thing about these shirts. They are amazing shirts. One is an alien
one's
shirt,
Carrie,
and one's Carrie,
one's
and it's
Stephen
a really
King.
Stephen King. They're all extremely cool. They are also AI.
They're totally made by AI.
They are AI as fuck. Okay,
And
when
they're
you
also on this sheet of plastic.
yeah,
that's
they are.
adhered
Yeah,
to the shirt.
yeah, they're
Wear that shirt when you go all you can eat ribs or something because you can just wipe your shirt
just like
clean.
straight off. There
Just
you go.
take the
Just
little lemon scented hand wash
Right.
and just wipe your shirt off.
Right. The really funny thing is that when you look really, really close, you find the weird things. Like Sigourney Weaver looks like a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks closer to
Bill Paxton.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Whenever we're here in New York, we may not get out that many times to socialize, right? Maybe once a week we go out in a public setting.
Right.
It's dumb to get a bunch of cool stuff for Christmas and then go home and never be able to use it.
This was a whole thing where you wanted Christmas presents earlier so that you could wear them and you could show them and enjoy them
As I
before
went.
Christmas.
Yeah, we had a cruise
Right.
for Thanksgiving.
And you wanted some clothes so that you could wear them on the cruise. Folks, I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise. It reminded me of that end of WALL-E where all the people were
totally.
just fat on the boat and just
Zooming
being
around in
fed
chairs.
food and
and commercials and content.
Yeah, it was. It was like that. It was like that. I mean, on the boat, they would have auctions for fine art.
Well, you don't
and
have to
watches.
pay taxes out in the middle of the ocean or something.
There was a casino. I mean, we did a lot
They
of the
auctioned off like a Picasso.
Yeah, it was a Picasso. Yeah.
They were like had
was like-
Cartier shows. I'm like, I did not. Okay,
But even on the cruise, there were places we couldn't go because
Yeah.
we were like not allowed.
there was like somewhere that people who had
Yes.
the money for
Where
all of
the
that
Illuminati were going. Yeah, there was the Epstein Island section of the cruise
I was
somewhere.
like, I was
Yeah.
literally like up on top of the ship in like the big like activities room, like coloring.
Right.
Those people were not doing that. So we went from the cruise to the reshoot of Sky Valley.
To the reshoot of Sky Valley, which was
The reason that we had to reshoot was because the hard drive malfunctioned and we lost the whole end scene.
we lost the whole.
We lost other
end-
files also,
Yeah,
but
but
we
it was
lost
really
the entire ending.
the
of
entire end of the film. Man, it was a great shoot. It was like the perfect shoot. There were like 15 people.
I think it was 25 total or something.
Okay, well, okay, fine.
I don't know why some terms have to be so violent,
Oh,
like
interesting.
film
Mhm.
or shoot.
Right.
Like
Right.
there's a violence to the language,
hmm
you know. Like let's go shoot that.
But when you're in the middle of a film shoot and you have
But what
like
would you call that if you didn't say shoot?
a film
On the reshoot, we were filming the ending, and someone walked up to me and said, "How many setups were there?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I totally shot listed this shit and
Right.
send it. And have you ever even seen a shot list? No, I don't know about a shot list. It's like, oh god. And the next time anyone asks me to make a shot list, I'm
Okay.
going to tell them no.
It is useful in the process of preparation. We shot at White Sands.
It was beautiful.
It was unbelievable. So
White Sands is like the bottom of an ancient sea
yes.
that dried up. And I can tell you this because I think gypsum is not good for me and possibly not good for our producer Anthony.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe
the-
it's not good for anybody.
Maybe, but
It's
the day
possible.
after he started feeling really bad, and then
Oh.
I started feeling bad, and I was like, "Am I feeling bad because he's feeling bad?" And I feel sympathy for him. And then the next day he was fine, and I was fine too.
Sympathy gypsum. It happens.
No, but I was like, because there was, gypsum. It's a very fine powder. It's like
White Sands is like
calcium
Yeah, White Sands is like
that we were breathing in.
It feels like you're on another planet. So it felt like the perfect place where she walks through a door.
No,
What?
don't
No.
spoil her.
No, okay.
No.
Okay, fine. I won't spoil anything.
Oh, let's just lay out the whole ending
Okay,
for you
I'm
here.
sorry. Okay.
Watch the damn movie.
Okay, watch the damn movie.
We basically couldn't shoot at White Sands until the government finally reopened.
Yeah, we were going to shoot in late October. We were home, I think, the 21st. And for like 4 days, it was just like
Christmas,
mainlining Christmas, man. It was like smoking. It was Christmas crack. We were just everything we could do Christmassy. We went and saw It's a Wonderful Life.
I slept.
We were making
I was
Christmas
still
cookies.
tired.
It was, and Santa went crazy.
Oh my God, Santa went crazy, and he did, because we were all watching Stranger Things. I'm sure he knew that, and he did a Stranger Things wall.
Stranger Things wall, like with the ABCDEFG thing, and where it's spelled out with the Christmas lights from the first.
It was like presents
season.
were like waiting, hidden,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden we'd be like sitting there opening presents, and all of a sudden like the wall would start doing stuff, and then it would like
was crazy.
spell a word. It would like pool, deck, porch, like
Right.
whatever, yard, and there would be a present there.
yes, and
I was just like, Santa
has gotten more like
high tech.
technologically
Really
advanced.
high-tech.
Yeah, he has really picked it up. I'm looking forward to, in the next few years, AI Santa. Well, the way we do it is since we have so many family members, you pick a family member and you're responsible for getting kind of all the presents from the family for that family member. And people make lists. And your lists
Well,
are all like this big.
I use an app, which is really handy, called Draw Names.
Mhm.
And you can like create exceptions. So like you,
Yes.
well, you can't draw my name,
I can't draw
and you
your name.
can't
And-
draw the name from last year
Right.
that that drew your name, or
Even though
you drew.
sometimes that happens anyway. Yeah.
Based on who draws the name at what
Whatever
point,
works. Yeah.
whatever. All of the things on my list are very small.
They were very, very tiny.
They're expensive.
They were expensive and tiny. Yes.
But they're small in
Yes.
stature.
Yeah. Tracy loves the smell good, like oils and things like that. And
They're small.
And there were these crazy small little caster wheels. Just like teeny little caster wheels.
They're for my appliances.
They
so they
are.
roll around on the counter.
Yes. But then your mom gave you big stuff.
My mom gave me a second ear piercing.
That's right. Well,
which was really fun.
Well, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about she gave you the telescope. Oh, and she got us a pad for our mattress. That's like a heated. Let me rephrase that. She bought us a heated mattress pad.
So we have an electric blanket and a mattress pad. We're like a panini.
We are. We're just like in the middle, like toasty
panini.
Cheese. It's so nice. There was a lot of great entertainment. We were watching like Welcome to Derry, which was fabulous.
And our actress, Morningstar Angeline, is in Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, she was like in like 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah, and I've heard that she's going to be in more episodes too.
Mm.
Yeah, because they like had set up this whole storyline and then they broke up the storyline, which is just crazy when you think about it. That you would have a show written and then you would just like break it up into like all of these different pieces.
I mean, it just goes to show like it doesn't matter what level you're at.
Mm-hmm.
You could be like working with HBO.
Right.
Or you could be like with your little run and gun guerrilla team. And nobody really knows. Nobody really knows until they see it.
We watched this documentary on Martin Scorsese, and it just proves every story you hear about making a movie. It's like that movie was a miracle. That movie, I can't believe that movie got made. And it's always like this organic process that you're figuring it out as you go along. And
you are experiencing like a lot of luck and a lot of chaos.
Of course. Chaos and luck and chaos. I mean, those are the engines for creativity. I think it was a 5-hour, like 5 different episodes of his documentary. And I could have watched another 10. I mean,
it had a lot of
incredible.
Like personal stuff in it. And one of the things that I noticed, because we also watched the John Williams documentary.
Right.
One of the things I noticed that thematically was that these men were very focused on their careers.
Yes.
And their kids, not so much.
Yeah. You know, you're watching a documentary and there's like one of the kids that's talking in it. And they mention that there's like 2 or 3 more and they're not in the documentary at all. And you kind of get that vibe of like,
somebody has daddy issues.
Boys.
No, the Ozzy Osbourne documentary, all of his kids were in it.
That was great. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think that I think you can prioritize your family and your career. I don't think that it's like a one way or another thing.
I heard Maya Hawke talking about her childhood with Ethan and Uma, and like that it was just really special and magical and filled with a lot of love and a lot of creativity.
Right.
And like, I think there are definitely people who do it right. And I wouldn't say that their careers suffered.
No, their careers are probably different as a result of it.
We watched that John Williams documentary and like, my God, I didn't know he did the music for the Olympics.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know, the nightly news.
What? The nightly news?
Gilligan's Island, the Lost in Space theme, and they played the Lost in Space theme, and I was like, holy fuck, that is John Williams. You could tell. It has the sound of John Williams to it.
You can.
He just puts a smile on your face. He understands what emotions certain instruments and certain combinations evoke. You know, action and comedy and sadness and empathy and all of these things.
Who's the dude from Coldplay? Is that Chris Martin? What's his
Yes,
name?
I think you got it right. Yeah.
He was like, John Williams is probably the biggest pop star there ever has been.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, how did I say that?
Has been. Like there were like three syllables there. Been. Going all the way back to Stranger Things. I just want to say that it was incredible. The way that the Duffer Brothers had created something that was so sort of nostalgic and familiar, but also it didn't feel cheesy. It didn't feel boring.
I beg to differ.
What are you talking about?
The whole season, I feel like there was tons of cheese. There was awful dialogue.
I love
There
the
was
cheese.
like,
Give me more cheese.
let's talk about all this like stuff,
Well,
and then
that's the way the
let's
whole show
run
works.
around and do
You're
stuff.
complaining about the actual nature of the show,
Well,
which is like
maybe
make plans
I'm
and then go
over
do
that.
it.
Yeah, make a plan and then go do it. But it was like it was reminded me of dialogue from the Vampire Diaries.
Oh, okay.
It just was not. At times, it was not elegantly written.
But then there would be moments of real elegance and real beauty.
Yeah, but you were just like, wait, hold on. We're going to sit down and talk about this now? Like, I don't know.
Well, there's the whole thing where Holly is talking to Max, and the door is open, and then there's this whole conversation.
So
all these memes are about like people are saying, "Run to the door," and they're like having this monologue about it.
It's like 10 minutes. They're sitting there talking.
It was not 10 minutes, but yes, it felt like 10
And then
minutes.
you're just like, oh my God, is this door going to shut so they can never get home again?
It was crazy. It was crazy the way it just like stretched on forever and ever and ever.
But the last episode was like 2 hours and it opened in
just
theaters.
Kicked ass.
It did kick ass.
It was so great. And it just made you feel good, and it, sent off the characters, and it was incredible. We also are big fans of Pluribus. People's complaint about Pluribus, what do you think about this? Is that it's incredibly slow moving and not a lot happens.
Does a lot of action happen or something? No,
I don't care about action, man. Action doesn't interest me.
It's one of the more political things that I've seen in a while.
Right.
Because it's actually exposing. It doesn't really talk about the topics.
Right.
But it exposes questions. You know?
Yeah, questions.
Like, for instance, so in Pluribus, this whole like alien hive mind creature thing has taken over, and all of the people have converted into one.
Everybody in the world is now
melded together.
Right. They all have each other's knowledge.
Yeah. What happens though is that the hive people are like kind of become slaves to the people who are still autonomous.
That's true. Which is why the hive people are trying to change the people that are.
But they don't seem upset that they're really taken advantage of. They're honestly raped.
Well, it's really about individuality. And what is the value?
They want to make a person happy, and they can't say no.
They can't say no. Right.
So I'm sorry.
It's impossible for them to say no.
But they're being intimate.
Right.
But it's impossible to say no. So they're being 100% raped.
Well, yes. There is no consent if there is no way of saying no.
No,
Absolutely.
You're not free. That's like quintessentially you have no freedom.
True.
So they're all slaves to the people who are still autonomous. It's really weird.
It is. It is.
But then
weird.
also the people who are autonomous are like need them.
It's also
they need to be taken care of by them.
There's also this nature of the people trying to make everybody happy. The ones that
But she asks for like a bomb.
Right, exactly.
And they can't say no.
No, they can't say no. And there is a scene where there's this like culture that they will fake to make this person happy. And then as soon as they've like inhaled and become part of the collective, it's like everything, all that culture is gone. And I thought that was very, very powerful because culture means nothing to these aliens.
No.
They all sleep together in like a warehouse on the floor.
Yeah, gym.
Because everything is about what is good for the collective.
Right. But it's like
It's kind of like they've become ants.
Well, I mean, there's no more culture.
Right.
And there's no more creation.
More creation.
Carol is like the only one who can still write something that's never been thought of.
Right, because everybody knows everything that's ever been created.
Yeah.
Right.
So like it's actually like really boring for them.
Right.
So I just feel like it's very existential. It's very political.
It is.
I think like every time that I'm watching an episode, I'm just like, yeah. That's making that's saying something without saying it.
It's the best kind of sci-fi. It's the best kind of sci-fi. It's the best kind of genre where you're really talking about the big questions. The earth has lost its soul. Mm-hmm. There is no soul anymore.
But they've also like, there's this guy who's like hiding out somewhere in South America, and like he decides to leave and go try to find Carol. And really the Hive is kind of like a god, because he gets into a position where he's really going to die and he gets saved by them. And it's like
he has been denying them.
But
this whole
it's
time.
kind of religious.
Yeah. Yeah. Because to him, to take anything from them is false, know? So it's
like, I don't want your, help. I don't want your, but it came off to me as like a spiritual quest. I don't know. It's a really cool show.
Yeah.
I hope that people are watching it and not just surfacing it, because there's a lot there.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. Highly recommend. Also talking about a cool kind of a political movie. We saw this movie called Good Fortune.
I love this movie, and no one has said anything about the dang thing.
No. It's Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, written and directed by Aziz Ansari.
So Aziz's character is like poor, like fucked off and poor.
Yeah, like real poor, not movie poor.
Like living in his car, he's poor.
Yes.
He works for this rich dude, Seth Rogen, and then this angel of Keanu Reeves like thinks that he's a lost soul and gives him an opportunity to live as the millionaire Seth Rogen.
It's kind of making fun of the like It's a Wonderful Life.
It turns it on its head because Keanu's like trying to convince him that the life of this millionaire is not as good as you think.
It's like, oh, you think you'll be happy? Well, try being this millionaire, and then you'll see what they have to deal with.
Yeah, so it's like, the guy who's there to fix the pool is telling Aziz like, hey, sorry, it's going to be like $40,000 to fix the heater in the pool. Sucks.
And Keanu's like, hey.
Isn't that inconvenient?
That's a lot of money.
That's
kind
so
of a
inconvenient.
hassle,
it's a hassle, isn't it?
And he's just like, fuck no, I got all the money in the world. He's like, boom.
It's not.
That was my Aziz Ansari. Hey, man,
No, it's not a problem for me at
all.
Not
a problem for me. I got the money.
So Keanu kind of figures out like, oops, I've done a bad thing here, and he's never going to want to go back.
And he has to voluntarily go back.
Yeah, getting him to go back to his old life is a challenge.
And then through other
Keanu loses his wings.
Keanu loses his wings, and then he becomes poor, and he has the experience of living in his car.
He's a dishwasher. He's a fallen angel who's a dishwasher.
It's really funny. It's really funny, and
I loved it.
And it is. It's really talking about exactly like the social constructs. It's talking about class. It's talking about the 1%, the mindset. Seth Rogen kind of is playing this. He's not like, an asshole, but he's as much, an asshole as anyone who has that much money is.
Yeah.
He's probably the nicest version of that kind of asshole.
He's still a cool dude, but he's not nice to necessarily other people.
No.
But whoever did the costuming for that movie did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically like Aziz's poor clothes, Seth had to be in the same clothes when they switched places, and vice versa.
And then when Keanu
the outfits were great.
When Keanu was poor, and
He
I
wore
like
t-shirts.
it looked like full on thrift store stuff.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it was
Well, just imagine like, okay, I'm a fallen angel. I've never gotten to like wear new clothes. I go to a thrift store and this is like the dollar t-shirts.
Yeah, this is the thing that
It was just so
interests
smart.
me.
All of the costuming I just loved.
Highly recommend Good Fortune. I think they did a really bad job of advertising that movie. We are sitting here and it's a few days into 2026. And I think it's going to be a great year.
Is there anything about 2026 that you want to do differently than you did in 2025?
Wow. I think I recognize the value of travel, of adventure, writing. We wrote like 4 scripts in 2025, and I think that we should definitely try to do that. Maybe less screen time, maybe more reading.
I would like a day, like to sit down and divide my day up into various activities, like, just to have an hour that is designated and dedicated
Mm-hmm.
to some sort of learning, whether that be reading
Okay.
or whatever it is, or having a question. Like the other day, I like heard some crazy shit about how old the water on our planet is, and I'm like, I want to learn about that.
Right.
But like, it's like, okay, well, where's that going to fit into my day to like take an hour to
Right.
learn about where the fuck the water on this planet came from?
Right. And
That's interesting.
Well, and the thing is that when you're learning something, it sparks ideas.
Yeah,
Like we had,
it's
we had
it's
learned about
input.
that Italian tree, and I was like, oh man, there's a whole story there, that we could like get into, and
Yeah,
that's really
something could
cool.
inspire
Yeah.
something. Like if you know something,
Right.
So yeah, and then there's hours of my day where I need to focus on like, you know, money coming in or doing work that I've committed to
Mhm.
or whatever it is, maybe being creative in some way, like or trying something new, like
Turn an event into an opportunity to like, okay, let's get dressed up. Let's dress alike. Let's get something on Amazon and maybe or maybe not return it. I don't know. But
the returning things on Amazon, I don't understand at all.
how it works.
I don't know
Okay.
how money is made and kept.
Tell the story of those pants.
Oh, so I bought you a pair of pants to wear with a specific outfit,
Yes.
and they were actually too big.
Yeah. They were these were like supposed to be like a Christmas present.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were gonna be because like I found you these really cool wool,
pants.
nice wool pants.
Yeah, I have like green ones, red ones, and blue ones.
So I bought the green ones first for you to
Yes.
try. Well, they were like too big.
They were too big.
So I knew to size down for them, right?
Right.
And then we left the green pants here and I couldn't return
did.
them. So I totally forgot. I was like, okay, I'll just return them when we get home. Because if you buy stuff around Christmas time, you get to keep it until January 31st.
Right. So it was like 2
Why
months
would you
later.
have to keep something for 2 months?
And then return it.
And then return it if you weren't using it. Like, I
Right.
don't understand this. But it's great. So when we got home, I went to return the green wool pants.
Yes.
And I said, well, they were too big. In the explanation, I'm like, they were too big. And the next pairs I got were smaller, were
Right.
the right size.
Right.
I want to return these. And then they said, okay, well, here's the money back and keep the pants.
There you go.
And I'm like, what is money? What is
Nobody
this?
knows, babe. Nobody knows.
And, like,
I don't understand it either.
Is it like because like these pants were made in China and we don't care about how it affects the Chinese like dollar
The
or yen
sweatshop,
or
the poor child that
We don't-
had to
we don't care
sew
how
my
it
pants
affects
with its teeth.
this little
Yes.
company in China who's making wool pants
Right.
and
I have gotten a free pair of pants,
they,
But-
they
but
do
they're
not fit.
but they're a
really.
little bit big.
Yeah, they're a little big. So.
Right. I was thinking about one of the movies that it may end up getting a Best Picture nomination or whatever. And I wasn't that crazy about the movie Weapons. But I think one of the things that happens in Weapons is like spoiler alert, the witch is using the children for healthcare. Well, if this country had healthcare, witches wouldn't have to take children.
True.
So it's another example of
Universal healthcare.
Universal healthcare would have saved those children that experience.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I had my qualms with weapons for sure.
Of course. But when you look at it that way, that it's really about the lack of healthcare in this country. Mm-hmm. And the fact right now, the subsidies are expiring. And, people are going to, here's the thing. Okay, there is an effect that these things have. Mm-hmm. And I saw a story of a guy whose inhaler went from $56 to $569. And he said, well, I can't pay for that, so I'm going to go ahead and pay rent. And he died 5 days later.
Are those kinds of stories real?
I don't know.
Was it like on a...
I don't know, but it makes sense, doesn't it?
It's a metaphor, but doesn't it really happen?
I understand, but it makes sense. These things have an effect. Okay. His inhaler should be free.
I understand, but also, I feel like borrow the money.
I understand that.
Steal the money.
I understand that. But wanting to live, wanting to eat, wanting warmth is not entitlement. And I think that is the thing that some people will say.
I ain't got no warmth.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
I live in a house with literally 80% windows.
Right. Okay.
I shouldn't expect it.
Right. Well, I don't know about that.
I choose that.
Okay. Well, I understand that. They should have considered that.
I wonder if they're breaking their own rules as far as housing goes.
Probably so.
I'm going to look into it.
Oh shit. Fight the power.
I'm basically a lawyer now with ChatGPT.
You are.
I'm a lawyer.
That's right. You 100% are a litigator. You are in all things. You do the contracts. You do all of that. So
hey, I have shown my contracts to lawyers, and they've said, really good. Add this one thing.
Boom.
And now I know the thing they usually tell me to add, and I'm adding that. And they'll be like, yeah, it's good.
There you go.
Because I really try to figure out all the ways that it could.
All the ways they could fuck you.
All the ways you could get fucked or they could fuck you.
Yes. And that's a lot of ways.
It's a lot of ways.
That is a whole lot of ways.
And then you still don't know all the ways.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if they want to find a way, they will.
Is this clause where if one thing in the contract is found to be unlawful or unenforceable, that doesn't nullify the whole contract.
Oh, so if you've made a mistake. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard that's a new thing with our fucked up government where they're trying to remove people's citizenship, and they're like, if there's something on the form that is wrong, that immediately nullifies their citizenship.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it's just cold. It's just mean. It's just being a prick. It's just, and the other thing is that they are trying to create a quota of how many people they can denaturalize in a month, which once you create a quota, what that does is that invites fraud.
Yeah. That people to be like, okay, we got to meet our quota.
So whatever we have to do to do that.
Quality goes down.
Oh, absolutely. Truth goes down.
Yeah.
Honesty goes down.
Corners get cut.
Anything. Yes. Once you've created a quota that somebody has to do, then people will cheat to meet that quota.
Yeah.
The one other thing I was wondering about is that we've talked about maybe we should diversify our show a little bit and maybe do kind of mini shows and, things like that. What do you think about that?
Sounds like work.
You were a big fan. You were a big fan of it
like
before.
more work.
But now we're
like
here.
More work.
It is. It is more work, man.
You know, I really love reading scripts, and like, I would like to do a deep dive into a really great scene
Mm-hmm.
and like read the script and
You know
really
what's more
break
fun
it down.
than that?
What?
Is reading a bad script.
Well, it could be it could be a scene from Stranger Things this season.
Oh no.
It could be the opening scene of any Vampire Diaries.
Yes, this is true. You know, and that's one of the things I do in my classes is that I have an example of something that's bad so that you can see, okay, a lot of what you're going to get as an actor sucks. Okay, this dialogue
you're making
sucks.
something out of nothing.
So you've got to find a way.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to find a way to make this great. Oh, you know, one other movie we saw was Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme at the theater.
Yes, we did. How did you feel about seeing that at the theater? Like, what's your feeling on the whole theater going experience?
I would rather have seen Avatar Fire and Ash in IMAX 3D, personally.
Blech. Yeah, it's more of a spectacle.
Yeah.
There are a lot of movies coming up this year that are like, I want to see them in theaters.
But Marty Supreme, it was great. It was great.
It was a great movie. Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet was great.
It was great.
It was great.
He plays a wonderful version of like
the characters
asshole.
Are dumb. And the characters are dumb in the right way.
Yes.
And just, you know,
incredibly self-destructive.
Flawed and destructive.
Yes.
In exactly the right way. Perfectly done. I love the Safdies.
Like Uncut Jams.
Yes. And Good Times.
Good Times. Good Times stands above, I think, both of those movies.
I think it's the best.
Yeah.
So far.
Right.
All of them are just anxiety rides. Like you're just, oh my God. Like to be living in a person's life at the most anxiety riddled time. And honestly, that Leo DiCaprio movie, I never remember what the damn name of that thing is.
Which one are you talking about? One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can never remember the name of that thing.
Yeah, One Battle After Another. No, that was fantastic.
That's very Safdie Brothers.
I love that.
Vibes.
I love that movie. Yeah, I thought that movie that's probably my favorite movie of the year. Yeah, that was incredible. But Marty Supreme was amazing. And I think that it was more amazing because we saw it in a theater. I think that the theater experience, should be encouraged. I'm not saying everything should always be necessarily in a theater. Like, there would be no reason to see Good Fortune in a theater.
No, there's not. It's not a theater movie. Like, you used to have, like, straight to VHS movies, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But something like the Stranger Things finale.
Yeah.
How Netflix is like, let's dip our toes into the theater.
Right.
I wonder how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, Netflix is saying that they want to shrink the theatrical window to 17 days. Right now, the theatrical window is 40 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot. It really does. I appreciate the fact that they actually want there to be a theatrical window. And I think that having like Netflix and people behind that, and maybe Netflix starts to put more of their shows in theaters too. I think that could be, very, very, very cool. But yeah, man,
Well, I think there might be a situation where people, I know I have started to feel like, I think we actually do need to participate in being in the lives of other people.
Okay.
And like, I think we actually do need to be social a little bit more.
I agree.
And I have felt that, certainly.
Well, we have new neighbors.
Yeah, and I need to go and deliver a loaf of bread and some little presents for them.
Right.
Even though I've not done that for any other neighbor, if
No.
any have moved in. Episode 1 of season 5 is down in the books.
In the books, where and if you have suggestions for what you would like to see or hear? Or
I'm just gonna be like open to like if I see a movie and I'm like, oh my God, that was such a good scene. I'm just gonna like we'll do it.
okay, you mean like we'll read from the
Yeah,
script or
we'll
something?
just like it'll be like whatever variety, like it always is. It's like, hey, that was interesting. That thing that just happened. Put that in the list of ideas.
Okay, so but not a specific extra show is what you're saying.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
like a lot of work.
It does. It sounds like a lot of work.
I don't need more work.
No more work.
I'm trying to make time for things like learning about how all the water is on the planet. I can't be giving myself a bunch of busy work.
It's hard not to get romantic about movies. Thanks for listening to Married to Movies. Jon and Tracy will meet you for breakfast tomorrow.